let's make sure we talk real quick. In your experience with solving systems of linear equations, what has been the solution you've been looking for? Not just an x. What has been the solution to a linear system? Do you guys remember doing this a few years ago? What am I looking for when I'm trying to find the solution? X, not just an x, and a y. Very good. So the solution, right, should be an x and a y. Do you remember what we call this? It's an ordered pair. What up? Nice. All right, learning. So I will be trying to find an ordered pair, like 1, -3, or -6, 0. Right? I'm trying to find an ordered pair. Oh, those are not my ops, Miriam. Those are so good. No, I'm good. But I used to get a bag of those and a Gatorade before every grad school class. All right, because we'd have grad school class from like 5 to 8 p.m. And then we would go to Chipotle afterwards. Oh, fantastic. Me too. So good.
What's your protein?
Chicken for me, personally. A lot of judgment. A lot of judgment. All right. Let's look at this equation here. Do you remember what form this is called? What form this is in? Slope intercept, right? This is slope intercept form. Do you remember the general form for that? Y equals mx plus b. What does the m stand for? Slope. What does the b stand for? The y-intercept. So if that's true, what is our slope of this first equation? What is it? -1's right. What is our y-intercept? Now, it is technically okay, Emmanuel, to say 5. I'm always going to encourage any student that I teach to write 0, that number, just so you know that it is technically an ordered pair. All right, so I know graphing is some of your ops, as you said earlier, but let me help you guys graph this first one. I always recommend graphing the y-intercept first. So it should be hopefully straightforward. When we're saying the y-intercept, it's because the line intercepts with the y-axis. So I'm going to go to my y-axis, and what is my y-intercept? It's 5. So there's my first point. So make sure you plot that point at 0, 5. Now we said the slope was -1. Do you remember how we move to graph more points if our slope is -1? So I always tell students, my mantra is always go up. That's kind of like my mantra. So I'm always going to go up. In this case, my slope is -1, so I'm going to go up 1. And because it's a negative, I'm going to go left. So I always go up, and then if it's a positive, I go right. If it's a negative, I go left. It is rise over left, yes.
When would you ever go down?
The only, great question. Oh, great question, man. It's the Gardettos, right? The only time, let me just, don't draw this, right? Don't draw this. But say my y-intercept was 9. Don't draw this. Okay, don't draw. Okay. My y-intercept was 9, and my slope was -5. My slope was -5. If I go up 5 and then left 1, I'm off the grid. So that's the only instance where I would go down and then go to the right. Okay? But if I can go up and go left to right and be on the grid, then I'm going to do that.
Is that pretty common to go off the grid?
It can happen. If that does happen, then instead of going up and left, do the opposite of that, which would be down and right. It should still always, for a negative line, it should still kind of look something like that. All right, so we're going up and left. Ooh, you know what? I bet you guys would enjoy using a ruler today, right? Get some rulers.
You have to have that many points?
No, you don't have to have that many points. So welcome. Nice, Donovan.
You're a diameter? What do you want?
Oh, it's easy.
I never finished the basketball. I'm too busy. Like my with these books I have from the last class. March is almost over. Y'all, we're almost out. We're almost out. Our 12-year sentence is almost over.
All right, let's go ahead and make this line. You can use your ruler. Okay, any questions on the blue line? You don't have to. What you're going to see on Delta Math is that you're actually going to be able to like click the y-intercept, click the next point, and it will make the line for you, which is kind of nice. All right, now this is one line of the system. Each system you're going to do today has two lines. All right, so I'm going to do the same process, but for this one over here. So what is my slope in this line that's second? 2. And what is my y-intercept for the second one? Very good, Ajoma. 0, -1 is correct. Good job. All right, so I'm going to plot 0, -1. Bless you. Now this slope is positive 2. So I'm always going to go up, right? I'm always trying to go up. And then what direction do I move horizontally if it's positive? Very good. Up and to the right. Very good. So up to right 1. Up to right 1. You should see where they intersect. Do you guys see the ordered pair where they intersect? Yes, Samantha. Right 1. So up 2 and then right 1. Then do it again. Up 2, right 1, and that's actually my solution. For the blue one, we went up and left. For the the y-intercept is -1, but the slope is positive. So if the slope is positive, I'm going to go up and to the right. All right, so if I zoom in, what is this ordered pair for my solution? Close, be careful, it's always x then y. So it's going to be 2, 3. Any questions on this process? We're going to do one more together, and then we'll let you guys practice. All right. When you're ready, you can flip to the other side. All right, here we go. This next one, what is our slope of this first line in number 2? It's -1 again, so I will be going up and to the left. What is the y-intercept? 0, -2. So let's plot that one. 0, -2 is the y-intercept. My slope is -1, so up 1, left 1. It was, yes, for the slope. Did you start at 0, -2?
Yes.
Good. Okay. Let's do the other one. I know, that's why I put it as another practice one. What's the slope of the second line? It's 1/6. Yes, a fraction. And what's the y-intercept? 0.5. Please don't say 0.5. So I'm going to go to 0.5. Here's 0.5. I'm going up 1 and then right 6. Up 1, 2. Right 6. Now ready when I go to the next one, if I zoom in here, if I go up 1, right 6, you see how I'm off the grid? So I'm not going to do another one to the right. But if you notice right now, have I intersected with my blue line? No. So I am going to go the opposite of this. This was up and to the right. So the opposite of those directions would be down and to the left. So down 1, left 6, which would be here. And that does intersect with that line, which will give me my solution. Let's see if Emmanuel is correct. Is he correct? -6 and +4 is correct. Well done. What we're doing with this practice is we are taking 2 linear equations, which are a system. We're graphing them and seeing what their intersection point is. That is called their solution. What that means, Emmanuel, is if you were to take this -6, and I can do it for you right now if you give me a moment. I'll use a different color, I'll use pink. Right? If I plug in y is 4 and x is -6, what is the opposite of -6, Emmanuel? +6. What's 6 minus 2? 4. So that is a true statement. If I plug in x is 6, or was it -6? I'm sorry, -6. And y is 4. What's 1/6 times -6? What's 6 divided by 6? 1. That's a negative, right? So what's -1 plus 5 is 4. So what we're saying is this ordered pair makes both of these linear equations become true statements. That's why it is a solution to this system. Okay? All right. I'm going to turn